Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. Goblins, Master!
We need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything. Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
The Arisen has been drenched!
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, but they are not dealt with right. There's still one. Regardless, we well know the right trust.
I will protect you.
Strategy never would have occurred.
Unbelievable.
An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force.
Ranged attacks are my specialty, Master. I expect you'll be wanting my assistance.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
What say we mark it in our minds as a place of interest?
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, if the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the... All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
ready for patrol. I'm surrounded by winches on all...
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Not be unwelcome for an ally to appear for once.
Fight. To arms.
Don't worry.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Stricken with sleep. How troublesome.
strength, Arisen!
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. I suppose you think you can afford to be reckless, as long as I'm here to hear you. Hold just a moment.
I cannot fall to power.
I merely did as duty demands.
Not a bad line. Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. The time of our parting has come. Thank you for everything, Arisen. If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.
What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I've a feeling 'twill be worth the climb.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
What's this? We're trapped. Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd...
We're the Cyclops, Master!
Lightning has electrifying potential against this one.
Gratitude, sir. Could seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get... A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling. If we could
Then I shall remain by your side.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above.
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that she can only carry so much by herself.
There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
It seems to me we'll find some rare materials here.
Well, well, that's quite a discovery. I enjoy tackling fierce foes, and prefer... Where to next, Arisen?
Very well. I shall return.
goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
We've got goblins!
One cannot be too careful.
Well fought, Arisen.
Would seem I've some catching up to do.
A result to be proud of.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart.
I was informed of your coming would be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. And it follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Ramon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till...
Whatever am I to do?
So stiff after a day's patrol. Then I shall remain by your side.
Oh, 'tis thank you again, sir. You don't know. Oi, sir! We've started selling that medicine you gave me at our shop. Why don't you come see?
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so! She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good...
I brought you something. I would tell half as many lies as
Now
my
here's a
parents.
welcome sight. I've the presence to command any
Another day, another adventure. Oh, goodness me.
Come rain or shine, I'll make it nice to see everyone. Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
This isn't much to go
Your Majesty, your 'tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false Arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false Arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation? I thank you, your Majesty. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. Next is Half Village. Finally, there is...
'Tis our duty to bring the beasts low. I foresee naught but success on the path that lies ahead.
This isn't much to go on. Hail, friend! Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map. You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
'Tis as you say. Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go, then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Nothing's coming to me, Master. I'm all for camping, but solid walls are a joy that can't be beat. And ours for a full week at no charge. What a steal! Let us see what you're made of.
You have my protection.
This one's shaking.
We cannot break it from this side.
So it goes.
I'll go and open the chest.
Let me get that. A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these, if 'tis to be of use.
We must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
Now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor.
Minotaur
Have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Arisen!
to heal her. Let's hold still.
Let me get that.